presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. You can watch our live stream on YouTube or listen to us on the go. Download that Mixler app. November 5th, 2022. Nasty looking day out there, Lloyd, or what's your name? Jake.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, we were thinking about Lloyd because it's a big day for Lloyd. You know,
Big day.
Phillies game 6 tonight.
Oof, after a rough game 5.
Yeah, rough. And a rough game 4. Were they no hit in game 4? Yes,
Yep.
It was game 4. Yes. And then game 5, he just about came back and won it. A spectacular catch in right center ended that. But game 6 tonight at Houston. Houston's up 3-2. Come on, Phillies.
Oh, you're pulling the Phils.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Phillies fan. Yeah.
Been that way for years.
For years.
Bryce Harper,
Mike Schmidt. That's about all I know.
Roy Halladay.
Yeah, they got Schwarber, Castellanos, Robertson.
So there's some
there's some players right
Cubby,
there.
Cubby Blue bleeding through.
Yeah, so if we can't be there, might as well root for some of the ex-Cubs that are, and nobody wants to root for Houston.
Really?
You do?
I don't know. I've always liked Houston.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yep. Ever since I was Bagwell and Beach,
Yeah,
my
back
guys.
then. Yeah, that's
Roger
back when,
Clemens.
That's back when they were in the National League Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
National League West, or that? Yes.
Huh?
Used to be National League West.
Yeah.
Even farther back there, when there was just 2 divisions, East and West.
Yeah, that was back before our time, Jim. You'd have to discuss that with Joe. And where is Joe? Joe's not here right now.
Wait for it.
Haven't heard that for a while.
Really? He been here for a while?
His attendance has improved.
Mine has not.
Yeah, I mean, even when you're here, you're really not here. You're just you're out there.
I don't know what that means. Well, you're probably right. A lot happening around here.
Speaking of, a nice little trip out west last week for you. Went out and watched the Nebraska-Illinois game.
We did, yeah.
Give us your takes on that. Obviously, Illinois winning that football game.
Yeah, It was a pretty tight game, really, for the first half. Nebraska, I think their downfall is they scored a touchdown. As soon as they scored a touchdown, we've done something right. All right, pack it in. We're done. And after that, it was pretty much downhill all Illinois. It was fun. The daughter and I got to go and hang out a little bit together, and she got to see that was her first college football game.
Really?
So, yeah. So we hung out there and had really nice seats and really enjoyed the whole thing. We walked a lot of the campus, and she got to see a lot of it, and it was nice.
Good. That's good. So, obviously she's a senior, and she's exploring and trying to find her way, and you're not taking it real well.
You're trying to make me cry here.
I want to see you cry. Yeah.
It's possible.
Makes for good radio. Makes for good radio when you're all choked up and can't talk.
Yep. No, she's got big ideas for the future, and I'm excited for her. I mean, it's just all of us parents go through that too. You don't want to lose your buddy.
But I'm going to tell you what. once you're an empty nester.
Oh, yeah? You enjoying that?
It's not, well, he's living home again. But for 5 years, it was great. You know, you get used to it. Yeah, it's sad at first, but then you're like, this isn't half bad.
This is not that bad, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for her, though. She got to see the campus, and nice tour there, and I tell you what, it exceeded expectations. Yeah. So I'm hopeful I believe that is definitely going to be on her short list, and she's got a couple more stops to go, and then she'll make her decision, I'm thinking. So
yeah, it's about that time, you know. You can't believe you have a senior. I mean,
yeah, that's been the tough thing. Well, basically since the end of the summer traveling season, she says, "Dad, I'm not gonna play fall ball." I said, "What?" She says, "Nope. I think I'm done. I'm gonna play my senior year at high school and no more softball." I'm like, well, just shove the knife in a little deeper. Just a little twist there. Yeah. So,
well, you know, it's you know, they've grown up. Young adults. They got to make their own decisions. And
she's doing some things that she wouldn't be doing. You know, she got to be a manager on the football team, which she wouldn't have been able to do if she was playing softball. And she's done a couple other things that you know, she's exploring a little bit, and I admire her for it. So
yeah, she's soaking in that last moments of her high school career. So yeah, good for her. So kind of curious what she chooses.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you.
You know, it'll be fine. So yeah, Illinois at Nebraska last week, and a big game for Illinois today. Number 16 Illinois against a Michigan State team that they're kind of short-staffed this week after the brawl with Michigan. Well, with one player on Michigan, they met up in the tunnel and just pummeled the poor guy. And there's probably eight, 9 guys suspended out of that situation.
That's what it's looking like.
Looks like a lot.
And they're having a rough season walking into this game. I mean, with that not even being a part of it, they were having a rough season.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about Michigan State football, and they've been, you know, good over the last several years, and you know, as far as I can remember, and now they're kind of on the, you know, on the down low, and you got other teams like Illinois. I tell you, Illinois up and coming Illinois, and boy, we just talked before we went on air about that Indiana loss. Man, if they could have won that one, they'd be sitting at, what, 9-0 right now?
Well, possibly 8-0, I believe. 8-0. But, yeah, possibly. However,
I mean, it's things go.
You never know. I mean, that could have been a big motivating factor to get them to where they're at right now, you know, and not taking things for granted, and, you know, not taking downs off and whatnot.
And still a lot of football for Illinois. You know, they're not satisfied right now. You know, you got to go out and take care of business, because any matchup in the Big Ten is going to be tough. You know, there's no cakewalks.
They've got Michigan State this week, followed by Purdue, right?
Purdue next week.
And Purdue's always a tough game for Illinois.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, there's still a lot of season left, and they want to keep building on it. They're one of 13 teams still in the running for the, you know, the college playoffs. So, you know,
playoffs.
They're still in it.
Playoffs.
Still in it. So, but yeah, they got to take care of business, and I'm sure Coach Belima, he'll have them ready to go today.
Yeah, I mean, you got to enjoy what product they put out on the field this year. I mean, they have some hiccups that you can see, but at the same time, boy, they're a lot more consistent than what they had been in the last 5, 6, 8 years. You know.
Yeah, there's organization. There's, you know, you can see things in the works.
Yeah.
Their defense is second to none.
It's pretty tight,
they're, you know, top ranked in the nation with, you know, some of the things that they're doing out there, and they're fun to watch. You know, it's good TV. You know, you want to get home and turn on Illinois football again. And it's been a while. It's been a long while, and it's exciting. Champaign is just buzzing right now. I do believe they've shut off sign-ups for the tailgating. It's just so big.
Really?
Ran out of room. So
I've got some friends heading over there today for tailgating and whatnot.
Well, it wouldn't be a very good day for a tailgate with the wind and you know, the rain. It doesn't make for good tailgating.
I would guess not.
Yeah, so it could be a rough one over there. 2:30 kickoff. You know, I don't know what Michigan State does if they're a run or pass team, but the wind is definitely going to affect the passing game today.
Well, and I think they have a couple offensive linemen out, and I mean it could be a rough game for them. But Illinois got to just go in there and execute their game plan. Hopefully they can pull out another one heading into next weekend.
Yeah, they got to be licking their chops right now with the suspensions and injuries and for Michigan State. So hopefully they can go in and beat a team that they're supposed to beat. And sometimes those are trap games.
Crap game.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
The Joe Ryan trap game. So
it's trap.
Excited to get home and watch that one. You can't do any yard work today.
There's a lot of good football on today too.
There is.
How good?
Real good. And one of those games we talked about, Jake, is number 1 Tennessee,
number 3 Georgia.
Number 3 Georgia. Probably the game of the year. You got Tennessee, who's just came out from nowhere, and boy, they're solid at beating Alabama.
Yeah.
And now, you got to take on a solid number 3 Georgia team.
Both 8-0, and walking into this one. Yeah, that's a big time game right there.
That's a tough one. You got Alabama sitting at 6, number 6. One of these teams lose, does that bump Alabama right back in the conversation, or?
Well, you still got Clemson at 4 as well, and you got Michigan at 5. So, but with that, Michigan's got Rutgers, so you're thinking that's going to be good. But Clemson's got Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a little down. I mean, they're still 5-3. So
they had a rough start.
They had a rough start, but they're still 5-3 on the year. So you don't want to look past them. That's for sure.
Right.
So we'll see on that. And then Ohio State's at Northwestern. You got to think that Ohio State's going to take care of the 1-7 Northwestern.
I think they're a 38-point favorite. So,
I would say, they like to lay it on Northwestern. So
everybody does.
Absolutely. That Chicago's cool, but Alabama's still set at 7-1, and they got a tough matchup with 6-2 LSU.
Yeah, LSU. Boy, they're another team there that's just kind of came out from nowhere. They were on the down. They get rid of Coach O a year or two ago, and they were kind of
really hit the recruiting hard for them. Yeah,
I tell you,
a lot of transfers.
They've really stepped it up and turned that program around quick. And it's another team. And football these days is just so unpredictable. Well, college and NFL. It's just
anytime you put LSU and Alabama together, that's usually a pretty good game to watch.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. I think that is a 6:00 game tonight.
Well, good. The weather, it's crap, so you might as well sit in and watch some football.
Yeah. Good. College football last couple of years has been, I don't know, at least for me, it's been a little more entertaining. Now Illinois is right up there as well.
It helps.
It helps.
It
does help.
Get you interested again.
Yep.
It really does. I know, you jumping off the bandwagon, but it's not jumping off the bandwagon. It's just it's hard to follow a team that's just not watchable. And and Illinois is watchable again, and it's fun, and they're just right down the road, and so
what is there, 4 or 5 ranked Big Ten teams right now?
I gotta say
4,
5.
All right.
I don't know. What is it, Lloyd? There's, obviously there's Ohio State, Michigan,
Illinois,
Penn State. Minnesota. Now, Minnesota was early on. I don't think they are anymore.
I don't think they are anymore.
Maybe just 4.
That's what it's looking like. Yep.
4.
Cannon 3 or just 4.
Yeah.
But still, 4 in the top 25. That's solid.
It's pretty good
for the Big Ten.
Pretty good. Well, let's take a commercial break. We might have a lot of those today. We were supposed to have the soccer team come in today. Unfortunately, they had to reschedule. So our agenda just went right out the window. So, Jake, we're going to actually have to talk and think of stuff.
I apologize to the listeners.
Yeah, me too, in advance. So we're going to take a commercial break. We come back. We'll talk some more Major League Baseball, and we're going to have Coach Lyons on at 9:40. They're in round 2 of the playoffs. playoffs. Went down to Benton last week, took care of business, and now coming back home for a home game. And it's a 6 o'clock game tonight, so we'll talk a little bit about that and talk to Coach Lyons. But first, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
Alzheimer's, it was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now. Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau of Grau Chevrolet Buick. If you're in the market for a new used car or truck and don't see what you're looking for, please give us a call. We'll gladly let you know what we have coming in, and we'll search for the perfect vehicle for you. Incentives and rebates are changing all the time, and now is a great time to purchase a new or used car or truck. Call us at Grau Chevrolet Buick at 217-735-4444. Visit us on the internet at www.grauinc.com or stop by and see us the old-fashioned way at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now.
Scotty doesn't know why he keeps getting up on Saturday mornings and coming here. He really.
The listeners think the same thing.
He's not the only one that's wondering about that.
Yeah, that's the truth. Joe Ryan in the house.
Joe
Good
Ryan's
morning,
mother
Joe.
text.
Oh, good morning.
Yes.
So this show is
crap.
You guys been killing it out there.
Yes, we have. Absolutely.
Literally.
Speaking of killing it, you know what it's time for?
What's it time for?
Movie trivia.
And who doesn't want to win some movie trivia?
Absolutely. Give us a call at 217-871-4930. If you can name the title of this movie, you're going to win a pair of tickets to the Clintonia. There is a catch. They expire November 30th. So you got to get those tickets and get them used here in the next couple weeks. So
and Mark Stolzberg, if you're out there, I got your tickets at my office. You better come pick them up, bud.
Black Panthers movie's coming.
Black Panther,
golf course and go
Black
to the movie.
Adam. So give us a call at 217-871-4930 if you can name this movie clip.
Now, is there anyone here that can tell me why most alligators are abnormally aggressive?
I know the answer to this question. Raise your hand.
Anybody? Anyone? Yes or you, sir?
Mama says that alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth but no toothbrush.
Your mama said alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Wow. Anybody else? Yes or you, sir?
Alligators are aggressive because of an enlarged medulla oblongata. It's the sector of the brain which controls aggressive behavior.
That is correct. The medulla oblongata.
Mama said.
The medulla oblongata is where anger, jealousy, and aggression come from. Now, is there anybody here can tell me where happiness comes from? No. Anyone? All right. Let's hear what Mama has to say on the subject.
Mama say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
Well, folks, Mama's wrong again.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right.
Mama's right. Mama's right. Something wrong with his medulla oblongata.
No calls?
No calls?
Said I could. Most times said I could. It's fine.
Well, there you go.
All right, I guess we'll sit here and wait.
Oh, boy.
So what? Oh, yeah. Was it the wrong one?
I don't think you ever gave it out.
Oh, we do have a caller. Ooh, thank goodness. Good morning. And who are we talking to with this morning?
Come on, guys. Who we talking to? Come on, guys.
Good morning. You got an answer to the movie trivia?
Hello.
Hello?
That's Joe.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
Well, go figure.
Well, go.
Well, here we go.
Oh, it would not be a Good morning. You there?
Come on, guys.
Good morning.
Hey!
Can you hear us?
Come on, guys.
Well,
now Joe's messing with us.
Recording.
Yeah.
Joe, you messing with us?
Hello.
I don't think he is.
Good morning, Joe.
Hello.
Well, boy, that's not helping much. We're going to give him a prize anyway.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll just put you down for the winner.
I'll tell you what.
Joe Hackett calling in. He's going to win a prize today just for calling in.
Just for calling in.
Who is this?
It's Cheech.
Is he messing with us?
Lock the door.
Well,
somebody's at the door, man.
Hey.
Well, Joe, sorry, buddy. We're having some technical difficulties.
You know, if anything, this show's entertaining for them.
Jim's about had it.
What is he doing?
Well, I don't know. Anyway.
You know, I saw Kyle Young out in the parking lot driving around getting some McDonald's.
Oh, yeah?
KY, he used to be able to play some football.
He played basketball, football, heck of an athlete.
Football was his sport.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he played basketball just because they needed him, but football was his sport.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
He might be listening to radio. I don't know what he's doing. Listen to the radio and wait for us to reply.
Talk to him, Jim. Tell him he's a winner.
We have to have a meeting. Yeah. We have to go in and do inventory on our equipment.
What we need is a technical advisor here at this station.
Jim's just pulling stuff out. He's ripping the cords from.
I mean,
oh, now we've unplugged everything.
We're running this cord straight to the.
Hey, look at the rain come down now, fellas.
It is not good. Not good.
Joe, you want to get something out of your car real quick?
Maybe get the windows up. Well, you know, we were going to have a phone call, talk to Ryan Thomas
RT.
over at South Bend. He's getting ready for Clemson to come in today.
You know, we're talking to Coach Lyons, too. We got to get this figured out.
Well, while we're messing with that, I'll talk about
all right.
Some do not zoom in on me.
Deep Thoughts by Joe Ryan.
Yeah, Deep Thoughts.
Play some elevator music.
We're just going to play. We don't have anything hooked up.
You know, the other day, Joe was waiting on a
Look at all the stuff he took apart. Are we still on the air? Yeah. I'll just talk a little high school football. In 1A, you have Colfax Ridgeview that beat up Madison 47-14. They're 10-0. And our Lincoln connection there is, that's where Bento's at. Mike Benton over there at Colfax Ridgeview coaching. Along with Hal Kyoto, that was a big-time Morton coach for a long time. Probably in the Hall of Fame, I think Hal is. We didn't really have any 2A connections. I moved into 3A. And we have Prairie Central. They moved to 10-0 over Roxana. They beat Roxana, or they play Roxana this weekend. But that's where Joe Walters is at. He was an ex-Lincoln coach over. Remember Joe? No. Jay Wall. He was over at. He's over at Prairie Central.
Joe, you went through a lot of coaches.
A lot of coaches.
And a lot of them before my time. So.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of them before. There's a lot of them out there.
Our listeners' time.
Yeah, before there was even radio.
Oh yeah, it was back in the olden days, right, Jim? Before phones, obviously.
He quits.
Hey, let's talk, and then also in 3A, let's talk about our boy over Olympia. Coach Lyons.
Coach Lyons going down to Benton and taking care of business.
They went over and beat Benton 32-21. Benton was 8-1, and he told me they got up 14-0. And when you're in that type of offense, it's hard for somebody to come back on you. You're going to control the ball and the clock. You're going to get some first downs. You're going to take your time in the huddle. You're not going to give them as many chances. I'm a big guy. I'm in favor of running that clock out.
You're a big guy.
I'm a big guy in favor of running the clock out.
Oh, yeah.
The less chances they get, the better off you're going to be.
And the more points you have, the better.
That's right. Score more points, you'll win more games.
That's right.
Really? But here's the thing.
Unless your defense stinks, then.
Today they play St. Joe Ogden, who's 7-3, and they can play with these guys. They can win this game, and it's at home. Mm-hmm. And they will play the winner of Williamsville and Eureka. We know all about Williamsville, how tough they are. And Williamsville would get the higher seed, but it'd be fun to see Olympia go down to Williamsville and play next weekend.
Now, do you think the weather probably a little bit in favor of Olympia today?
100%.
You run that triple option, field conditions plays a factor.
We'll have Coach Lyons on here, but Coach Lyons, I know you guys are basketball nuts, so do you know there's at St. Joe's got a 6'6" kid that's going to ISU to play basketball, plays wide receiver. So I'm sure they're trying to figure out ways to get him the ball.
Just throw it up.
That weather right there will help him not get the ball.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be in favor of, a run-dominated offense. So hopefully Coach Lyons get that put together. We're going to talk to him here in a little bit. I move over to 4A. We talked about Coach Shaner last week, another Lincoln connection. They lost a heartbreaker over there to Rochelle, 42-36 in overtime.
Now, we do know Coach Shaner.
Yeah, so see, you're back up into the 80s now.
Back up into the
80s.
Yeah.
Shaner, a heartbreaker, played a great ball game. Was at Rochelle, had a chance. Just got beaten in overtime.
Was his boys quarterbacking?
Yeah, he's got his son quarterbacking and his son playing wide receiver.
First year quarterbacking?
No, he got to play last year.
Came in halfway last year.
That's what it was, yeah. First full year.
A nice run. Had big numbers. Those guys had big numbers.
Big numbers.
Rochester, I was going to go back. I was talking about conference schools, too. Everybody in the conference got beat last weekend. Except for Macomb. We'll get to them. But Rochester beat up Effingham 45-14. And they play today at 4:30.
It's Breeze Central.
Yeah, and Breeze Central knocked off Mount Zion, another conference school, 21-18.
It was a close game, though, yeah.
21-18.
Yeah, Rochester take care of business today.
Yeah, Rochester's pretty good. And then, also in 4A, SHG, they beat up Spring Valley Hall 55-6. Spring Valley Hall, I believe that's the alma mater of Craig Rios here in town. You guys all know Rio.
Yeah, we know Rios.
Yeah, Rio.
Yeah.
Maybe Rio should come on the show and talk sometime.
Anybody.
We don't know what he knows anything about, but Rio, you'd be a good guest on here. They play SHG's at Waterloo today, so I assume they're going to go down there and Waterloo them. And they're going to lead to this Rochester matchup, SHG Rochester, which I believe will be at SHG in a couple weeks in the semis. You guys should all get over to that, probably on TV. I wanted to talk about Macomb because Macomb was so bad. They switched conferences, and they won last weekend. They beat Quincy Notre Dame 28-14.
If they win this week, they'll play SHG next week, and we'll have to go up to that. Macomb, that's my stomping ground.
Yeah.
So
how did they get so good? They get a new coach, or how do you turn the program around like that? I don't really
follow Macomb football, but it's a shocker.
They are 10-0.
10-0.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. I mean, I don't care what conference you're in. You win 9 games, that's pretty good,
Darn tootin' it is.
It sounds good.
That brings us to 5A.
I'm so glad Joe showed up because he just...
Well, I've got some things here to talk about.
Where'd you get the index cards?
You buy them at stores.
This is kind of like an agenda.
It's something. We're going to talk high school football.
He showed up with some ideas.
Index cards.
You can't talk basketball during football season.
I'm going to get me some index cards.
You will not.
You will not get any.
You will not get any.
You're probably right.
Anyway, Muhammad Seymour was the best team that Lincoln saw this year. When you watch the schedule, Muhammad Seymour's a pretty good football team.
Pretty solid.
That's a good team. Mm-hmm. They're 10-0, and they play Metamora today.
Ooh, that'd be a
big matchup.
Which is a great matchup.
Yeah.
And Metamora beat up Jacksonville last weekend, 68-34.
Ouch.
So that's one of our future conference teams we're going to have to play.
Well, we don't play Metamora.
No, we're going to play Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And Metamora beat them up. So
thanks, Captain Obvious.
Oh, he can help. He's a good helper.
Well, the way he phrased it,
Well, we won't play that.
And then you get into 7A and 8A football, and it's just all Chicago. Edwardsville comes up from down south, but it'd be interesting to see these 6A East St. Louis Flyers because they beat Oak Lawn Richards. Now, let's talk about that. That's quite a ride, wouldn't you say, from East St. Louis to Oak Lawn Richards?
That's where they played?
They played last weekend. And they beat them 71-0.
Ouch. Coach Lyons on the line. We got Coach Lyons.
71-0, fellas.
Yeah. Well, let's thank you for your index cards. Appreciate it.
Index cards, what it is it's information.
Yeah,
get out and watch some high school football.
We're going to move on to bigger and better things because the gentleman we have online with us now, he's got things to do. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Well, we're good now. We've had some audio difficulties, and looks like Jim's got them all straightened out after he flip-flopped 102,000 cords there. But exciting day up there in Olympia, Coach. You go down to Benton last week, a team that you're unfamiliar with, and, you bring down the triple option and take care of business.
Yeah, it was a great trip. I mean, I'll give a lot of credit to Benton. They were wonderful hosts. They had a lot of things ready for us when we got there. Their parents made meals for us and did a lot of things which were really cool. And it's a beautiful facility down there. Cool, really cool stadium. No track around the field. The bleachers are kind of right on top of you. You almost feel, it's a cool place to play a football game. And we were fortunate enough to go down there and get the first ever win on their new field. So they had never lost on it, and it was we played our best football game of the year for sure. We got off to a great start. We took the ball, marched down, got up 7-0. And then our defense got a 3-and-out. We got the ball back, scored again to make it 14-0. And I think that's, usually we have pretty good success on the first couple of possessions of the game because it's difficult to scout what we do. You just don't see it anymore. So, they can plan for it, but I think most teams it takes them a possession or two to adjust to the speed at which we do it. So it was nice to jump on them early. And when you're playing a triple team and you're behind 2 scores, it's kind of panic sets in for some people because they know you're not going to get a lot of possessions in the game and you're going to have to make them all count. So it's a critical part to our game plan every week is get off to a good start, and that's exactly what we did.
Well, I don't know if you and Joe talked before, but that's exactly what he said before we got you on the line. So I don't know if that's a compliment to you and Joe thinking alike or what, but yeah. Ball control when you're up 2 scores, and you can watch all the game tape you want, but until you see that triple in action, it's got to be tough to coach against and game plan for as far as having kids, the offense, how you have your
and Coach Lyons, I'm sure, can tell you that, if you think in practice you're going to grab your second team offense and you're going to have them run option against your defense so you can practice it, it's not going to work. No. You're going to look real good in practice at stopping it.
The thing that's hard about it is, it takes us a couple years to learn how to run it, right?
Yeah.
We don't really focus on winning games at the freshman level. We focus on learning how to run our offense. And, when triple's bad and there's nothing uglier, it's pretty bad. Because you're going to put the ball on the ground a lot and things aren't going to happen fast. But every year our kids get a little better at it. And by the time they're varsity football players, we're pretty good at it. And so, I've always loved it. I mean, I came from a defensive background, as Joe knows, and I thought, well, if I ever call offense, what's the thing I hate defending the most? And good triple's it, because you have to take high school kids and say, hey, you got to play assignment football. And, when they've got 8,000 other things on their mind and you got them for about 2 hours a day, sometimes that's difficult to get kids to do. So as long as we execute the scheme, when you draw it up on a whiteboard, it looks like you always got a chance to score.
Let's move on to today, Coach. The weather, not very cooperating weather out there. So, does this play in your favor?
I mean, this is good triple, good triple option football. We could do without the rain. There's a lot of ball handling in our offense, so that part can be challenging. But bring on the wind. We're playing a team, St. Joe, that can really, put the air in the ball, and throwing into a 34-mile-per-hour wind is just not easy. So we feel like, it definitely plays into our favor.
Hey, both teams are Spartans. I didn't realize that. St. Joe Ogden's the Spartans.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
And similar colors. I mean, they're what, maroon and baby blue.
Correct.
And you guys are white and baby blue.
Yeah, we're Navy and and Columbia.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that place has got to be nuts over there, Coach.
Yeah.
The fans, the town, the community, the school. It's got to be nuts and ready to go for 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, and thankfully the weather's going to kind of roll through, which you worry when the weather's like this, especially since they can watch the games online now. You worry about people staying home, but since it's going to be through, I think we're going to have a tremendous crowd there at 6 o'clock tonight.
I think you will. Yeah,
it's going to be packed.
It's going to be crazy. St. Joe Ogden, that's not too far away, so I'm sure they'll
they have a great football tradition, and
they do.
Coach Skinner, who's their head coach, I know really well just from our time being in Illini Prairie, and he got his first playoff win last week too, and so I know their communities. It's been 8 years since they've won a playoff game. So their community is going to be excited too. They're going to travel great.
Well, let's talk about St. Joe for a second, because the unfortunate thing for you is that you were in that conference and they've seen the triple option before, right?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that was interesting about the Illini Prairie is you had us and Prairie Central that both did it. We do it in a little different ways, but teams would have to be ready for it because they knew they were going to see it twice a year. So they've certainly had to prepare for it. We haven't beaten them. We played them 3 times in my 5 years at Olympia, and they've beaten us each time. And last year we scored a lot of points on them, but they scored 60 on us. So, it was a shootout. We had 411 yards of rushing and lost the game. So,
wow.
But we're a much different team than we were a year ago. Much improved from where we were that time last year, and we're excited to see where we stack up against a good football team and a good program.
And you tell Coach Murray he's got to get that defense shored up then.
He's going to have them ready to go. I mean, last week was, that Benton was a very good football team. That was not. That's the best team we've beat since I've been here. They were 8-1 for a reason, and they're 8-1. And a lot of people don't think about Southern Illinois football, but they play in a pretty good league. I mean, they play Harrisburg and DuQuoin and teams that have had playoff success, and so
West Frankfort
beating the conference champion from that league it's a big deal.
So tell us what they want to do tonight. What's St. Joe want to do to you? What are they going to run off?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with Ty Pence, who's their 6'6" receiver, 6'6" D1 basketball player that he played his freshman year, and he might have been the best receiver in the league as a freshman, and then he didn't play the next 2 years, and he came out this year as a senior. And he can, you can't teach 6'6" D1 basketball athlete.
You got a 6'6" defensive back or corner safety?
Well, we have a linebacker, but we're probably not going to take him out of the box to cover him. So no, we don't. Our corners are about, our tallest one might be 6 foot. So.
That's a problem.
And then they have a really good. They have another receiver, number 25, and he's actually their leading receiver this year. He's got almost 1,200 yards receiving.
Wow.
And a really good quarterback. Their quarterback's one of the best ones we've seen all year. So they want to throw the football. That's what they want to do, and they've put up a lot of yards passing this year. So it's going to be a contrast to styles for sure.
Well, I hope that wind doesn't die down till tomorrow. Then, tell you the truth.
Well,
That's kind of my hope too. Let's keep it blowing.
Yeah.
Can it switch directions when they switch field too?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I was going to say, they're going to have the win for 2 quarters, but hopefully.
Yeah, the people that are playing early today, heck, punting might be out the window when you're going against the wind.
So does that come into like coaching strategy as far as during the coin flip?
Absolutely. I think the coin toss matters a lot.
Yeah, sure.
You're going to play. I can remember a game when I was a kid. I don't remember who they were playing. I was at an Illinois football game. We went nearly every Saturday because I grew up down that way. And they kicked off both halves, guys.
Yep.
Because they were like, hey, we're going to put this team against the wind and play a field position game. And this may be one of those rare instances where you might be willing to do that. Because how difficult it is to go against the wind, especially when you're playing a passing offense.
Exactly. Yeah, that wins the 12th man for you if they want to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. They actually contacted us a little bit earlier in the week to see if maybe we'd want to move the game, and I was like, no, we're good.
we ain't moving the game.
Seems all
Come
right.
on.
I had a kid one time, workman, that I don't know if anyone's ever had this happen. Coach, you tell me, but he punted a ball into the wind one time. It was a 4th and 8. He punted the ball up into the wind in a varsity game, and that thing blew backwards so far. And he actually caught his own punt and ran for 7 yards. He was one yard short of the first down.
Can you?
I don't know if you can.
I don't think that's legal.
What's legal?
It is?
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Legal.
I think
if you kick
it's probably
it's dead ball.
A lot like a block punt if it's behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he caught it back behind the line of scrimmage. It's just like he threw it up in the air and caught it and took off again.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He was a yard short of the first down. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone.
I think, isn't it Steve Young's the only quarterback to ever complete himself a touchdown pass?
Yeah.
Complete a touchdown pass to himself?
Yeah. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we know you got a lot of things on your plate, and we do appreciate you giving us a call. I know last week the long travel didn't work out, but we're pleased and blessed and thankful that we had to talk to you another week. And, boy, we sure would like to talk to you next Saturday as well. So get those boys ready. Yeah, and, we'll be following you tonight and hoping for a Olympia Spartan victory.
Sounds great, guys.
Coach,
have a great day.
Hey, Coach, as we look ahead, you get that W tonight and Williamsville gets them. You got a big matchup going back down to that fancy dome, don't you?
Well, actually, they'd come to us.
Oh, they would?
Not.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Because they're at home today.
If we could both win, they've hosted 2 playoff games and we've only hosted 1. So they would actually come to our place.
Well, let's have that happen.
Which we would be super excited about.
Absolutely, yeah. Good luck, Coach.
Yep.
All right, buddy.
Sounds
Thanks,
good, guys. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Coach.
Yep. Boy, how exciting is that? Playoff football, round 2, at home. In football weather.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
What do you think's on the coach's plate?
Football.
Mellow cream.
Knowing Lions, there's some food on there.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, guys.
Piling up some pasta with some steak.
Let's take another commercial break. We come back. We're going to talk some NFL. We got things going on. Trade deadline was this past week. Things happening around the league a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Game 6 World Series tonight. And we don't have a whole lot of time, so we'll have to squeeze her in. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats. WLCN 96.3 FM.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right.
This is Greg Olszewski, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, and Sabadoo on 96.3 FM WLCN.
To the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. We are at Jake's Furnishings. Come in today, and you can walk out here and make it your own.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
Pre-Black Friday sale going on. So
pre-Black Friday. Yeah. Oh, now we're into pre-Black Friday. Yep. Where's the Christmas decorations, Jake? It's
actually, I believe the NHS crew is National Honor Society is going to be out here to set them up real soon. So they did that the last couple of years, and I make a little donation for it, and they set the whole place up. So
can't beat that.
No, can't beat it at all.
Can't beat it.
Pretty easy on you.
Football going on today, guys. Obviously, we got Illinois, number 6 Illinois at home against Michigan State. We talked about earlier, Joe, number 1 Tennessee taking on number 3 Georgia. And we were going to call and talk to RT, but technical difficulties didn't allow that.
Call it right now then, Jim. Let's see it.
We got 6 minutes.
You want to try it? You want to try it? You want to try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's try it.
We don't have anything to talk about anyway. We ran out of index cards.
Astros are probably going to win the World Series tonight. That's what it's looking like.
Wrong.
Looking
Can they win back-to-back games?
Who we got pitching tonight? Who we got pitching?
Zach Wheeler tonight.
Who?
Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler. That's I like
Zach
it.
Wheeler.
Against?
Tommy.
Yeah.
Hello?
Nolan Ryan.
Hello.
Hello.
Is Ryan Thomas home?
Yes, he is talking right now.
Oh, RT. Ryan, we're calling to extend your car warranty.
Yes.
It's about to expire.
You need my credit card?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we do.
Right on air.
And that little code on the back.
And expiration date. Hey, RT, you're up in South Bend, big Notre Dame guy. Big game for the Fighting Irish today.
That's right. Big game. They're actually getting escorted in right now, the team. Headed to Mass and then just walking through the tailgates. A lot of Irish fans out here today.
Now, what are your duties on a football day? I know you've got jobs to do. What's on the agenda today for Ryan Thomas?
Mostly is just like credentials for a game day. So just handling the credentials with getting people on the field or access in the stadium. And then every once in a while I have to run into the stadium to just help with the flow in the concourse, or, if our boss needs something on the field, go down there and help her out. That's what the duties are here.
Well, what if the crew from the Cheap Seats made their trip over to South Bend? Would there be credentials waiting for us?
Yes, I can get you access. You want all access?
All
access.
Like
yes.
Hospitality room, all the above.
Do you even want to get in the locker room too?
Probably after the game.
Maybe.
Not before the game.
We want the snacks.
I think I could do something for you.
Now, is J-Mac affiliated over there with some type of tickets and stuff?
Ticket sales
place.
J-Mac
today? Nice. What's the weather like there?
Windy. We're under a wind advisory. But it's nice. It's probably 60 degrees here. November 5th, we should be having like 6 inches of snow on the ground.
That's pretty nice.
Watch your mouth, boy.
Now let's talk about the big question. Can Notre Dame pull off the upset today, RT?
Come on. Is that even a question? They're going to pull it off.
All right. That's what we like to hear.
He's got to say that.
He's got to say that.
The Irish are going to pound the ground today. Give me a 21-17 victory for the Irish.
Nice. That lucky leprechaun's going to run around, isn't it?
That's right. Maybe a little student section. They storm the field. What about that?
Be cool. Let's tear down a goalpost while we're there
and carry it out to a bar like Tennessee did.
Now, RT, if they do that, will you be held responsible because you didn't do something about stopping it?
No, that's not me. That's our security people.
Okay, yeah, you back off of that. I get out of that mess.
You think I'm stopping anybody?
Probably not.
Well, I'll tell you what, your nickname used to be Skeletor, so I'm not sure you're taking care of anyone, RT. But you have beefed up some. You look good.
Yeah, put on the weight a little bit.
Have you?
Hit the weight room. Yeah, hit the weight room here hard.
What about some home cooking?
Yeah.
What's your go-to food at Notre Dame?
What'd you say?
What's the go-to food there? What do you get? What are you eating every day?
I mean, I cook a lot at home, but there's an Irish pub right here right across campus. It's pretty good. And then there's a college campus bar that's right over here that serves good food too. It's called Brothers.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what, when we get this, we got a cheap seats van, I think, that Jim ordered. Seats 6, and we're heading up there, so it'll probably be a few weeks before we get there, maybe even next year. But
okay,
we're heading to Notre Dame,
next year.
Pardon?
I said, hopefully I'm here next year and I can help you guys out.
Hopefully your picture's on a wall there somewhere so we can go in and get credentials.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We want to see you in the leprechaun suit dancing around on the field. Is that a possibility?
I think I'm too tall for the leprechaun.
Hey, though, could you do us a favor and get a picture of you and that leprechaun sent to us today? Could you get a photo?
Yeah, let me see if I can get the leprechaun to take a picture of me and we'll get going.
That's a good idea because we're putting that on our Facebook site.
On Facebook.
All right, let me see what I can do.
All right. Well,
Hey,
RT.
Hey, bring home a victory, RT.
Yeah, get the dub and have fun and go Irish.
Yep, go Irish. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.
He's got the green shoes. Or if he has gold. Do you have gold shoes?
That's probably gold shoelaces.
Well, J-Mac.
Nice.
J-Mac heard us seat 6. He takes up 2 seats. So
Did he send us something?
Yeah, he wants to know if there's room for him. We'll make room, J-Mac. We'll always have room for you, buddy.
Yeah,
we might miss the tickets.
Yeah, we just may not be able to get in.
Go ahead and get us 3 tickets and we'll all head up, J-Mac.
Well, the thing with tickets nowadays, there's no actual hard copy ticket. It's all on your phone.
It's all on your phone.
You know what? I went to Air Force Boise State, and Air Force still has paper tickets.
Really?
I've got to call J-Mac. The tickets I got last week for the Nebraska game, I was supposed to be in section 14, right next to the student section. We ended up going, says section 14. Then when I go to scan the tickets, switches section 2. So which were actually, I mean, the seats were
better,
way better.
Yeah.
But we weren't next to the student section, which was a little disappointing.
Oh, you don't want to be there.
Oh, I think the daughter did.
Yeah, but you're too old.
I was too old.
They would have done that panning of the crowd.
Let me say this.
Saw an old man.
There's a goat
is going on?
Yeah.
And there's our chaperone.
Yeah,
right.
There's the old guy. But yeah, J-Mac, his business is probably taking a hit. Ticketmaster is probably taking a little bit of hit with all this electronic.
Yeah, but you know he's still giving big to Notre Dame.
Yeah,
he's still donating to Notre Dame. Yeah,
sure
they got a statue. They rub his head every time they walk by.
Statue of J-Mac?
J-Mac.
Yeah. That's why he's going bald.
We should put J-Mac in a three-point stance. I bet he'd look good down there.
He'll get up, Joe.
Yeah, we just want him to get in it, and then we can help him up.
Okay.
Yeah. He looked pretty good as a lineman.
He's
a big fella.
Yeah,
he should have played football back in the day.
Yeah, he just wasn't tough enough.
No, he's like a big teddy bear.
Listen, he can't teach soft.
Yeah, you ever seen him mad?
I have seen him mad.
You have?
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh, he's just like a big teddy bear.
I believe there was a Gus Macker, and he was not happy.
Oh, yeah, I bet Gus Macker, he take that serious.
He was not a happy man.
Yeah, well,
and I don't think it was the other team. I think it was his own team. I think it was
I can
us.
believe that.
I think it was us.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Well, he's going to be really mad now because it's time for us to go.
Yeah, that'll upset him.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in today. I tell you, for a crap show, it went well.
This show is crap.
This show is crap. Play it, Jim.
We're waiting for Jim to nail it. Bring it home, Jimmy.
Jimmy
show is crap.
Jimmy's had a tough day. Him and his wires. I tell you what.
You've never seen a guy rip all of them out at one time.
And then
the show continues.
And wiggle them. We'll try to get that connection. Yeah, that's all right.
He got it done.
Yeah, he got her done. He's the get her done guy. All right, thanks for tuning in today. Next week we're going to be, who knows?
Outside somewhere.
We'll get a text Thursday or Friday telling us where we're at. But you know it's going to be at 9 o'clock, so thanks for tuning in to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Go Phillies.
Good day.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.